Hold on, babe. Hello? Hello? Are you guys able to hear me? Hello? Hello? Is this good? Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, just yeah, just doing my thing right now. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, just sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. Just gonna tag people real quick. All right, cool. Okay. Hello, hello. All right, so as you guys can see in the screen, here's pretty much what we're going to be focusing on today. So what I want to do is kind of rework the selection UI manager because it's caused a few issues. And I also want to add a few new features, which we would want to do in order for us to allow like being able to do attachments in the selection UI. And that's kind of it, pretty much. There's no attachment functionality right now, so I would need to add that, and everything else is just going to be reworking the system for it to actually be more resilient and work a lot better than than it is right now. Right now there's a few bugs on it, and when you try to switch back between them, it kind of there's a few issues with that. So yeah, we're just gonna go through that right now. So here's my to-do list. Just kind of what I want to do pretty much. So we're gonna be starting with the spawn points, and yeah. Most of the stream I'm not gonna be talking. I'm just gonna be working, so you guys can just see the process and how it goes. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. By the end of the stream, I'll answer a few questions, and then yeah, that's pretty much where we're gonna be ending it. Alright guys, enjoy the music. sorry guys, I'm just kind of scrolling around here. It's just trying to think here of what exactly I'm going to do next, because all this here, I think I'm just changing it entirely. It's kind of follow a different way of doing this, and I'm not sure what to choose. But the goal of this should be just to kind of make sure that when we go back, we can just kind of go back to where we started. So like the spawn point that we selected, pretty much. Lo que no hayan entendido, lo que estoy tratando de hacer, primero estoy pensando en qué hacer, qué partes voy a remover, y entonces qué voy a cambiar para mejorar esto. Entonces, pues el goal de esto es para poner como cuando entramos para atrás a seleccionar diferentes spawn points, pues entonces podemos hacerlo diferentes veces sin tener que resetearlo cada vez, que eso es lo que estamos haciendo ahora. Right now we are resetting these spawn point locations, which is not good, because if you go back, it's going to be difficult to get the current spawn point, which is one of the bugs that we had earlier, which is what we're trying to fix. Leon, no, don't do it. Hold on. It's not one of the main ones. It's yeah, it's not one of the main bugs right now that is stopping the Patreon test. It's more of the something else. I don't know. It's just one of the bugs that we found so far. A little too loud? Who? Can you guys hear me? This is better. This is at the max right now. Man, I'd be upset if it's just copyright. Let's see. Leon, did you? No, he didn't respond. Unfortunate. But yeah, we got about an hour and a half. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got plenty of time. On landscape, I don't have a vertical monitor. That's pretty much it. Maybe. I'll probably add stream elements later, like in another stream. Yeah, I'm just watching the live stream. The lo-fi hip hop radio one, the classic. Yeah. Yeah, that one. You know, the classic. The one that started it all. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, so all the work can just be done through this entry. It doesn't need to be referenced or anything because that's just wasteful resources. Because whenever you just create a local variable, it'll just take up memory. And that's kind of what we want to avoid. It's just kind of, when we select the spawn point, we don't need to set any variables. We just do all the work in there. And then we can just disable the last one, right? So we assume that the current spawn point selection is it is the current one, which is the one that we are selecting out of, and then we're going to the current one, right? So we can edit that before we give this, which is this current one, to be set as the current selection, right? Not showing gameplay. Damn. I mean, eventually we'll have to test this. So I don't know. Probably won't show gameplay, but maybe later, like, I don't know. Yeah, Owen, got a lot of catch up to, too. Yeah. Damn. Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, hopefully you can join us later for a meeting, Owen, when Christian's online. Bruh. Okay, but yeah, this is kind of where we're at right now. So right now, the spawn points, this is how it'll look like. We have these step selections. So pretty much what's gonna happen is we go in here, this is the main area, right? And then from there, we're gonna go into the select operators, right? So we're gonna select our operators here and then work our way to the loadouts, right? And then from the loadouts, we'll go towards the waiting for others or other players, right? Which is where you show up and stuff. So we kind of want to get spawn points sorted before we do the rest. Damn, Evan has mod. Yeah, anti-aliasing will be a setting in the game. Not database we're using Firebase for just the to handle the Android requests. So sending like notifications to your phone and stuff. That's kind of it. Nothing that crazy. Yeah, imagine no R stream. Gracias. Wow. What? How does that even work? Oh, spawn logic. I forgot. I cannot beatbox. I can't. I just can't beatbox. Like all I can do is just, you know, just that's kind of it. Like. Wow. You guys really think I can beatbox? What the fuck? Wow, Evan. His tritone. Nice, nice. What the heck is going on here? What do you mean? This keyboard, mechanical keyboards are the best. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I would perish if my Jesus. Mouse click. What the hell? Why'd you say it like that? Shine, why? What would you say it like that? because it's always going to be correct. Yeah, I play League. All right, Cooper, have a good one. So technically this is how it should go. That's pretty much how we want it to go. So we'll set this to false. I'll set this to true here. This already, yeah, we already have this here, so just remove this. And yeah. Actually, this is gonna always be on. What we want to do is just set the color to something different. That way we know which one we selected. Well, that's what the tick's for, though. Tell me, guys, what would be a good way to make the people that are selecting pop? Because it could just be more text. No, you know what? Yeah, this is just gonna be handled separately, entirely. This is called by what? It's a global listener. Okay. All right, so it's called there. So we set this to true, and we don't even need to. We don't have to be selective here, so we can just set that to true actually. So it can go back to be game objects. Now. Doesn't equal it. Yep, that's correct. Do we have any other checks here? So what we want to do right now is kind of check whether or not so based on the amount of people selecting that, if we're at 0, we want to make sure we can turn it off. But if we're more than 0, then there's people who selected it, and we want that to be on. That way it highlights the ones that are actually being selected, pretty much. Oh, that's pretty much it. That'll act like a true or false boolean. Doesn't need to be in its own variable or anything. Grubhub. Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, what we want to do is, instead of clearing the list, because we kind of don't want to, well, we do at the same time, but we don't. So, what we want to do is, when we clear the list, let me go back in here. One section. Yeah. Initialize here, so we would technically want to reset it here. Yeah, we got a few minutes.
Do you have a thing to like move them to someone's machine?
I do. Okay. Not yet. Right now we're fixing the spawn selection screen, and yeah, just kind of doing that right now. right, just providing some feedback. Yeah, kinda. So right now, what the bug that we logged right now is that whenever we go back and try to select something, the proper data is not being sent, right? So that's currently what's going on, and I'm currently fixing that by removing or minimizing or having to like reset it or hard reset it, right? And then from there we can just continue with our current selected entry, which is the entry is just this spawn point. Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe sometimes, like how a bug happens, but usually it's just when we don't consider all the options. So how something will affect another part of the code or something. That's pretty much it. Other times it's just unexpected behavior. Kind of, yeah. So, which, I mean, bugs don't usually do, like, those kinds of bugs don't give any conflict. Like, it's not something that you can see in the logs or console, like this. So in this console log here, you won't really see it. It's more visual stuff that you see, that you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't seem right. No. So the map name and new text, that's just done programmatically. So we actually fill out that information in here. So let me see. Yeah, right here. So we have the text referenced, right? So it's here, and then the dot text, which is what we're getting, is the string, right? Which is what we're setting. Since our spawn point name is a string, so we're just setting the string and making it basically, the spawn point is like, let's say alleyway, right? It's just setting alleyway to this, and then that'll show up here UI wise. Instead of new text, it'll just show something else. Well, this code, so the selection UI manager has about 775 lines. For other things, it's up to like 2,000, I think. Yeah, it all depends on what system you're making. Some systems require a lot of like stuff to add and features to add that work together, but yeah. I don't know. I kind of like doing code streams, but it's rare when I do them. I just right now I don't do them as often, and I would like to, but it all depends on what I'm sharing. Because right now what I'm sharing is stuff that I can just share, there's nothing wrong with it. This is easy stuff that you can work on yourself, right? But I can't share like proprietary code, stuff that we developed that is kind of like, you know, what's the word? Like unique. Something that would take a long time for other people to make, that gives us an advantage. Since, yeah, I like, one of the things would be the destruction system that I made all on my own. That took a few months to get done. Yeah, it's kind of like a system that I developed from the ground up. Well, I'll probably just have to cut the stream at that point. But right now, I don't have anything that's compromising, really. Like, I don't have anything up that is compromising. Yeah. Actually, the most difficult was just the... Yeah, it was just the destruction system. That was kind of the most difficult thing, because it was new, and I didn't really know much about mesh forming and stuff, just kind of working with that. But over time I've learned, and I'd say I did a pretty good job. Alright, I kind of need somebody to test with this with. I'm not sure. Let me skip ahead real quick. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned just working on this game that I couldn't really have otherwise. Well, it depends on what it is. So for the Patreons, it was something more like, if it's from the Patreons, it's something more important. So I would say, yeah, we would strike that down. But anything else that is just kind of like random, that is a minor detail, right? Like this, like what you guys are seeing right now. Yeah, that would be more like miscellaneous. I wouldn't really care too much. Yeah, so all this here is just culling. So that's why there's a lot of meshes and stuff missing. It's because for games, you don't want to render everything. Oh, nice, it works. Okay. Okay, well that, see, now this is a bug here. This is kind of what we want to avoid. But yeah, it works. Shows up pretty nice. Yeah, that's all you guys get to see, right? We could actually get rid of, I still need that. All right, well, yeah. Pretty much, for that, what we need to do is, yeah, for that, what we would need to do is just do a check whether or not there's, do we even have the current, yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So since we already have this, what we would want to do is boom, and then just take this here and then place that, because we want to set it active or not, pretty much. No. Okay, so if I delete everything, there's still going to be a game. Why? Because we use something called source control. And so source control, what helps is, what helps with that is it keeps everything stored in one file directory, right? And you can pull from that. You can have multiple people work on it, right? And then you can just kind of, if something messes up, like somebody deletes everything, you can just get all the files back, right, to the last version that you pushed up. If it wasn't on there, then yeah, everything would be gone. Yeah, it works kind of like a cloud file, but yeah, it's a backup. It's very, very important if you're going to be working with multiple people. For programming, I never went to school for it. Actually, that's a lie. I went to a school called Mid Florida Tech. So I went to a college class while I was still in high school. And I've done that for I did that for 2 years before I graduated. And I started working at a studio a few months before I actually before I even graduated high school. I started working for a studio that did Fortnite emotes. That kind of explains most of it. But yeah, everything I've learned, I've just taught myself, and I've learned as I've made mistakes and just kind of went with the whole process. That's kind of it. Like, you just gotta stick to the process. You gotta trust the process. You just gotta keep going at it until you get it. That's pretty much it. And it doesn't really matter how much time it takes, unless you have a time constraint. Then it's pretty stressful. But if you don't have any time constraints and you kind of just want to, you just do like a light deadline, like, oh, by the end of the year I want to know this much, or I want to do this, right? Set yourself a goal, and then you'll be able to do it. Oh, nice. Kind of forgot about this. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's a pretty cool pina drink. Yeah, I do say it's my passion, although it does stress me out a lot. But it's something that I'm not going to put down on doing. I kind of just like to do it every day, and I don't really get tired of it. What gets me tired is just being stressed and the other things that come with it. when it becomes your job. That's kind of the parts that you get tired of. But just the process of creating stuff, that never gets old for me. So I really enjoy that part. Salud. Salud. All right, let me just I forgot we have debugging tools for this. So let me just so yeah, we got a pretty cool debugging thing that just makes us a game, pretty much. It's vaulting. So we have vaulting and grappling. There's no real jump mechanics. Okay, cool. So we should see that. Okay, well, that still didn't work. All right, well, here's the next part. Oh yeah, that's kind of dumb of me. I just realized what I did wrong. Oh, right. I forgot. Okay, well, I'm just gonna unrun this because I just realized what was wrong. Okay, so this goes here. And then what we want to do is take this, right, and yeah. We have sliding in the game, but it is kind of like it's very broken right now, so we've decided to remove it for now. And we're probably gonna fix it at a later time. So in the Patreon test, you won't have any sliding right now. No, think no prone slides. Although that's exactly what happens. It's not so when you do the slide right now we have a cooldown on it. So when you slide, there's a cooldown on when you can do another slide, right? And you can't like sprint when you slide, or after you slide for a few seconds as well. So you're gonna be a sitting duck when you slide, because we want to promote the slide as a tool that you can use when you want to go, like when you want to run in front of a hallway or a close area that is going to make you open to any like fights and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of it. So this is what you call breakpointing. So what I'm doing is just kind of breakpointing the code so we can see what exactly is happening. So let me show. All right, so it's here, and then here's the breakpoint part. So you can actually see the code doing its thing. So here's how it shows, or how it's going to show up, right? So see how the text is set to barracks, and then spawn point doesn't exist because this variable doesn't exist anymore. Because what we're doing is we're just doing it from in here. So right now we're calling on click because it's a listener, so it listens to any inputs that's happening right now, right? And when we do the inputs, these are done in two actions because we want the fading to happen. That's what the fading is when you see the level and stuff. So right now what we want to do is, right now, which one are we checking? Okay, so currently it's active. Oh yeah, there we go. Again, just kind of. I'm just not thinking right now. Alright, well that's kind of, okay. So what I was doing before is that I was calling this current like player votes instead of the current spawn selection, which would be the previous one that we had. And I was doing for the current one instead of the previous. So that makes more sense now. Hey, Evan and Leon, welcome. Hold on, let me turn you up. You can say hi to the stream.
Hello. Hope you guys are having a good time.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Hope they're having a good time.
Delay is really bad for me right now, especially because I'm on my data.
Yeah. I mean, I did put a delay on it. Just so things are sort of smoother, I guess.
Yeah, I guess makes sense.
All right. The person in the background is Evan. He's one of our modelers. He's also a co-founder of the company.
Me even no cloud. Yeah, Leon. He said mod that he didn't even say the blue amethyst.
That's annoying. this off because I ran out of time. I almost showed the game. That was kind of close.
Oh my god. If we had leaked the gameplay, we would need
Oh
to send
my
Miguel to Brazil.
God. Yeah, straight to Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 leakers.
Hey, they cannot leak a gameplay if we leak it ourselves.
True. All right, Leon, I got a question. So the spawn point selected count, is that updated in real time? Really? Okay. Because it's not really removing my, doesn't remove my selected count. When I select a different one, it doesn't actually remove that one. Definition. What do you mean it's got a definition? Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at the property right now. So we have the integer, we're getting the count, right? We get the value. Then we have the update selections, which is for the display. You said select spawn point. Yeah. It's not really called by anything right now. Just kind of weird. You don't need that anymore? These? Oh, spawn point display. Yeah. Well, we don't really need this. Here we go. I see why. Okay, it's updating the... I see. Okay.
Nah, Leon is not speaking these typing. He's had.
No, I see. He's typing. He always types.
He's shy.
Yeah, he's very shy. Okay, so we do have it invoke. There's nothing that invokes it when we change it, like when we change the spawn point. Which technically we should be getting. So we need to invoke this, right, to kind of do this whole thing here. Because we're only doing this whenever we select something.
Hi, Elliot. Give Leon mod at least. It's kind of depressing to see.
Oh yeah. All right, Leon, I'll give you a mod. The heck was that?
I didn't mod it, yeah.
Wow. Hmm.
Congratulations.
Well, it's not entirely for the spawn selection, but yeah. They need more programmers. Amazing. No, Vink, I'm sorry. No. Alright, let's see. I didn't really change anything. I just kind of want to see how how it goes. Okay, so we got this. Alright.
Yeah, Miguel, do an acapella rap.
Oh, what? Okay, it's 1, 1. Hit this again, 0. Perfect. So, alright, resume program. Ah, perfect. There we go. Yep, that's kind of it. Alright, there we go. It's fixed. Shit. Oh, okay. I ran out of time.
Man, Leon, prepare to send him to Alaska or something.
Alaska. Damn. All right, let me tell you a little story. Did you know that I actually was gonna move to Alaska, like before I moved to Florida? We were selecting whether or not to move to Alaska or Florida.
But isn't Alaska like all snow?
Yeah, it's all snow, but my parents met some people that were from Alaska, and they were telling them how it was, and they were like, "Wow, that place sounds pretty cool." And that was 6 years ago, by the way. Like 6 years ago was when I didn't even know anything about programming yet. So it would have definitely altered the timeline.
Yeah, you would have gotten eaten by a polar bear or something.
Probably.
I guess.
I'd be fishing crab or something. But one of the things, you know. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's working now. I figured I had to do something with that. Okay, now. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is not have a default. No, actually, we still kind of need a default cam, but we don't call an on click. What we do is yeah. Right now it doesn't need a transition, but later in the future we could probably do some type of fade in or fade out. I mean, it could just be the same as this here. Actually, you're correct. So you know what? Let me just show you how we can, so I built this fade system, right? Let me show you what you're looking at right now. So I built all this, right? This is so we can fade any type of object or UI. All right, so we can even fade we can fade people, just objects. That's crazy, man. We can do it. We have the technology that I built.
Absolutely diabolical.
Yes. Yeah, eventually I'm just gonna start mad laughing. Like evil laugh, yeah. Yes, road to partner. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do, if we want this to fade, we would probably just do this. We just do a fade out. My only concern is that okay, so here's what we would do. We'd use just a regular if statement, and pretty much so if it's larger than 0, then we do this first. We do the fade in. then what we do is we'd fade out. Right. That's kind of how it should go. Right, that's how I kind of built the system. So, yeah. Now, what I would need to do, what I think about the active Discord members, they chill. they're alright.
Cool, bro.
No, it's fine. Like, people don't have to follow if they wanna talk or anything. Yeah. So only the programmers fix the bugs. If there's any art bugs, which are just kind of like missing faces or anything like that, that would be handled by Evan or any other artist that is available. Those just require the artist to go back to the model, fix whatever image or what's wrong with it, and then just re-export that, and then we'll just import that in here.
Which is why sometimes like making any what do you call it? Like any system can take a bit longer because some art issues are kind of difficult to fix. So the programmers have to wait on the artist to fix them. And
Yeah, that's kind of it. It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. All right, I'm gonna delete this because we don't need this anymore. It's just us 5, the founders, that are working on the game actively. We have other people that are under contract that work for us, like, kind of during that time. But those are contractors, so they're here for a limited time. So right now we have a few contractors, but that's kind of it. Oh, okay, cool. This is awkward. This is awkward. Okay, just gonna hurry up. Okay, just gonna. Yeah, Leon, just don't ask. Just pretend that never happened. Okay. Yeah, there you go. See, it fades out now. It's a little slow, but I can probably have something that'll that'll fade it faster. Yeah, you see you see the orange stuff fading now? Man, is Bahar even here? Did he go?
I think he did.
I think he died. That's, what do you mean, okay now?
Let's see.
You guys think I'm not paying attention?
Yeah, he's
Almost.
here. He's here.
It's like now we're talking. Okay. What images? The little dots in the background?
Leon is just panicking at this.
I don't even know what he's talking about. No, I don't see what you're talking about. Leon, I need you to. Wow. Yeah, Leon's raging here. Yeah, the spawn point buttons.
He's about to rage quit.
Wow. Leon. Okay, Leon. The point of the squares is so it highlights the actual button there, like what people are selecting. Okay. That's the whole point of them. Okay. Oh no, it's okay. So yes, we have that, but you want the like you want the button to reflect what spawn point you're at right now. That's kind of the whole goal for that. Yeah, it's just a bunch of pictures layered onto each other. That's so Dower. That is our current technique to get 3D models working. Actually, I'll show it off because I mean it's just the attachment stuff that I worked on last time.
Leon is just shouting nuts in the chat at this moment.
Yeah, it's a very, very easy technique. So as you can see, it's a very simple technique that literally anybody can do if they know what they're doing. But if you just click on this, right, do that, right, boom, then you have the actual model there, which is what shows up on the screen here. See? Pretty simple. Hit edit, we'll zoom in, do its thing, right? You can toggle the view. And here's what you requested, Dower, which is like you can see them being selected differently. I'll probably remove the fade stuff here so it doesn't affect the weapon. We can still kind of see what it's doing, but yeah.
You kind of leaked the attachment system just now.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Leon is asking the right.
Oh, sorry, that was a scan. The yeah, it's just a way we can layer stuff in. It's actually really really easy. Before it was just we would render on the camera, but instead of rendering directly on the camera, we just have it render layer like a layer. Oh, we're almost at the 2 hour mark. Yeah. In about 5 minutes, we're gonna be. Well, I'm gonna be logging off. I'm gonna continue working, obviously, but yeah, we'll probably do more of these in the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
I'd
of it.
like to do more of these. I think these are kind of fun.
When we show off like a gameplay video, because we kind of want to do a gameplay video, right?
Yeah.
So once we release the gameplay video, we'll be able to actually show more, because we don't want to show stuff early that won't make it to the final cut, right? But yeah.
Leon is about to get hated on for switching on the emote only.
No.
Oh yeah, it's Vink. Guys, it's Vink over here. Vink,
Hi,
say hi to the masses.
Hello there. Hello.
Nice. Yeah. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit. Oh, the gun 360 thing. Maybe, I don't know. Later. I'll probably show more with the Patreons later when it's more completed, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, just gotta do few modifications here.
So we really appreciate you all joining in.
I don't know if I should have the button though. Kind of really don't want to. Just have the thing spawn in. The heck. Alright guys. Alright, thank you so much for the support. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see me around in lobby chat for a bit.
Appreciate it, Virat.
Yep. See you guys around.
Bye everyone.